Okay, I'm with a 2000 and I believe this is a 2012. Yeah, 2012 Chevy Traverse. I'm going to be replacing this alternator down here. So the first thing I need to do is take off the wheel and jack and support the vehicle. Okay, after I jacked and supported the vehicle, I'm going to remove the negative battery cable, which is right here. This is in the back of the car, and there's a bolt you take out with a T20 Torx bit, and slide this cover up and off. And looks like it takes a 10 millimeter wrench to loosen up the negative cable, and I'm going to take that off. Now with the wheel removed, the passenger front wheel removed, there's these two fasteners that have to come out here, and you can open this up to access the drive pulley, a serpentine belt, and you use a 1/2 inch drive. I use a breaker bar and push it to the rear of the vehicle this way, clockwise, and you can remove the belt. Okay, according to the manual, next I had to remove the mount. I took this part off first. These two bolts here go in there. Took a 15 millimeter socket. Took that out. Allowed me to get to this bolt, and the one that goes in here, which take an 18 millimeter socket. And you just unscrew those, and it comes right out. I also had to take off the bracket that holds on the fuse box here. I was going to get access to everything right there. Okay, next what I did was I took off the bolt that holds this AC line in. Takes a 10 millimeter socket. Remove this from the coolant reservoir. Right there. And take off the two bolts. Hold that in place. Let's take 10 millimeters a socket as well, and put that aside. Then you can get to the see if I can show you the cable here, and remove the voltage regulator wires. Those wires. The cable, there it is. This is for the voltage regulator. Remove that. Remove the this power steering hose. There's a little clip there. Got to remove that clip. And then next is to loosen the idler pulley. I said to loosen that bolt all the way up as far as it can, take it out as far as it can go, so that you can get the alternator out with the tensioner as an assembly. Okay, now for the alternator and tensioner assembly, there's a right there, that's a part that's sticking out, the shiny part. That's the tensioner. pull it all the way out. I take a 15mm socket to get the bolt loose. And for the alternator, there's two 15mm nuts. That take two nuts to take a 15mm socket. Get those loose. And you remove the bracket for the power steering hose. For this hose here, and then there's a bracket for the radiator hose. Pull those off, and then I'm gonna pull out the alternator and the tensioner as a complete assembly. I have to put the phone down to do that, but that's how that's done. Okay, here's the old alternator and the idler pulley removed. Another tip is to remove these studs. They go in this way. This little tip here takes a 7mm socket to remove them, and it makes taking the alternator out a whole lot easier. So now it installs reversal removal. I'm going to put the alternator in position, and then get it inside the little space here. This hole you create when you put it on there, and then put the pulley on and get everything in position, and tighten down the two studs to the engine block first. Here's the new alternator, this shiny one here. So it's the reverse of the removal. I'm going to squeeze that in position and put the pulley on there, and then get ready to tighten the two studs that go here in place. Okay, I got the alternator installed. This shiny part right there, the alternator, and I went on ahead and put the drive belt on, alternator belt, serpentine belt. This is the diagram for the serpentine belt. Next I have to install the cable and the wire for the voltage regulator. Find that wire here. Okay, this is the wire. I'm going to feed it through here. And make the connection. This is it here. You can see it. Okay, just connected it. Now for the positive cable. It uses a 13 millimeter wrench. Tighten that nut on. There it is. I got the mount installed. Gray piece there. And alternator installed. Next to charge the battery and return it to service.